Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Miranda and today I'm going to talk about why journaling is good for your mental health. A lot of my friends ask me why do I journal and how it must be nice for me to have a lot of time to journal in the morning while they don't have the time. And I answer them that it's precisely why I journal. I journal to give myself more time. I journal to manage my time better. And not only that, I need to journal because I need to take care of my mental health well-being. So today I'm going to share 5 points why I keep my journaling and why it motivates me to journal every day. So reasons number one why I journal is to clear up my mind clutter. You know, if there's clutter in your house, you get distracted, you can't do a lot. It's the same thing with the mind clutter, especially it's your mind, right? So mind clutter is basically things that you need to remember, right? When do you have the appointment, what you need to do. Instead of having it loop over and over again in your mind, it is better to write it down. So your mind doesn't need to remember all the events or all the things that you need to do. So that's reason number one, to clear up your mind clutter. Reason number two is to create a better emotional health in terms of managing your time and energy. You know, every day you need to do certain tasks or certain to-do list, and sometimes it takes more time and more energy when you write down daily in your journal what you need to do, and then you can see whether that task takes more of your time or energy or not. If it is, then you do not want to schedule more tasks on that day. Basically, it's creating a boundaries. When our energy is low and pressed on time, we get more stressed, we get easily angered. So that's why with planning and journaling, I know which time, which day, I know how much time and energy I can spare for other people, for appointments, on completing certain tasks. Number three is to create margin in your life. Margin is the gap between rest and exhaustion, the space between breathing freely and suffocating, right? It is important to have it so that we can keep ourselves in a positive and grateful mindset. Creating margin reduces our stress level, help us more prepared to see our surrounding and be more present. So how do we create margin is by our scheduling or the time. We know what time, and if there's traffic, then we would want to schedule our time accordingly. We're not too pressed on time. Imagine if you have to arrive in a meeting just right before, a minute before, or even late. It doesn't give us the time to breathe. It doesn't give us time to prepare ourselves. So that's why this time scheduling becomes really good for me to manage the margin in my life. The reason number four why journaling is good for my mental health is to reduce stress. By writing down issues in my life or stressful events in my life, it can relieve the pressure of it in my mind. So when I relieve that pressure, it gives me more mental health. And it leads to the reason number five, which is when you journal, you will recognize the triggers and learn better ways to control them. There's a physical act of writing that increases our neural activities in the parts of brain responsible for memory, learning, and critical thinking. It's also integral to reduce our activity in the amygdala. Amygdala is the part of the brain that process the feelings of anxiety and fear. So when we write down things that bothers us or stressful to us, we reduce the feeling of fear and the anxiety, which are often the main contributor of feelings of depression and anxiety. So instead of playing certain events in my life that is stressful or that annoys me, I choose to write things down, and it calms me right away. And also sometimes you will see the triggers and you'll see the patterns. Sometimes it gives me solution to certain problems when I write things down. So those are the 5 reasons why I keep up with my journaling in my Hobonichi, especially because it clears up my mind clutter. It creates boundaries in managing my time and energy. It creates margin in my life. And when I do my daily writing, it's actually reducing my stress and acknowledging my fears and certain things that triggers it, or I learn better ways to respond to things that affect me, and I'll have less anxiety. So of course, when you really do have depression, it's not enough to just journal. I think you do really need to seek a professional help. Not that when you journal, then everything will go away. But when I journal, I have better mental health than before. I hope this video will give you better understanding why lots of people actually journal and how it will help with your mental health if you keep up with this habit. So thank you very much for your time. Please do subscribe, and I will see you next week for more content like this. Bye.